The title of our film depicts the horror conventions as it is an open title which creates a sense of the unknown, which allows the audience to use their imagination to decide what events they think are going to occur.
We have decided to title our film Goodbye, as it foreshadows that the word goodbye may be a big feature in our film, as it connotes an end or finality. Goodbye is not a sinister word, but in the context of a horror, goodbye can mean anything and creates a juxtaposition between the normality of the word goodbye against its horror setting, therefore creating a sense of unease from the outset of the film. A similar film that uses this technique is Goodnight Mummy. By using such a title, they let the audience infer that it's about a mother and her child/children, but that's as much as they can figure out from this sort of title, once again highlighting the effective use of juxtaposition within the horror genre.
The location of our film does not necessarily challenge horror conventions, however the initial time of setting is not conventional. We start our film in daylight, which creates a juxtaposition, luring the audience to think that it is safe. We chose to use a field with trees and other vegetation and the inside of a tent. Both of these are rather stereotypical locations for a horror film.
The three main characters in our film wore the average clothes of a teenage girl in the modern day. This is something that features in many different horror films, for example, Scream and Nightmare on Elm Street. Dressing the three girls in average teen clothes creates a sense of innocence and vulnerability. In our film, we use the Ouija board. This is a well-known prop in the supernatural genre. Ouija boards are associated with the devil and evil spirit, which once again foreshadows what is to come, which is conventional because during supernatural horror, people generally conjure evil spirits, which then come back to haunt them. Our final media piece is a very stereotypical supernatural horror. It features most of the conventions of a supernatural horror and a lot of foreshadowing. A film that is similar is the film Ouija. This film is also about a group of girls who use a Ouija board, however they use it in the safety of their own home and not in the middle of nowhere. If we were to have filmed the entirety of our film, the audience would have seen plot twists and possibly death. Both of these features are very stereotypical of a supernatural horror. Many directors use plot twists to confuse the audience and to keep them wanting more. M. Night Shyamalan is a director who is best known for his contemporary supernatural plot and twist endings. The fact that we focus on the word goodbye shows that the supernatural element is not concluded yet. At the very beginning of our opening, we panned the camera across the Ouija board, and with editing we made it flicker, fizzle out and quickly cut to a different shot of the Ouija board. Things like this keep the audience on their toes because it indicates what is to come. We had to film this piece in the daytime, and with editing we had to make it look like it was nighttime, so that it fitted with the supernatural horror conventions. The overhead shot of the girl's fingers moving the planchette on the Ouija board is very effective. There is a very similar shot in the film Ouija. This is effective because it creates a sense of intimacy and closeness.
There is a scene near the end of our opening where a shadowy figure walks past the tent while the girls are sleeping. This complies with the horror genre, as shadows are often used to show the antagonist when the antagonist is not yet known. This creates the effect of unease and worry. Based upon Barth's Enigma code, the narrative will be driven by the audience's want to discover the identity of the unknown antagonist. At the very end of our opening, we pan across the word goodbye to show that this is the title of our film, also because it implies that something is about to happen.
Our supernatural genre is introduced straight away with the use of the music and the Ouija board. The music we used is called Grisly Reminder, Midnight Syndicate. This is a very eerie and suspenseful piece of music.
The title font in our film is enticing and different as it fades from thick to thin, as if it's fading away into nothing. We wanted a font that was simple but still eye-catching. A film that also uses a simple font is The Conjuring. By using such a simple font, it creates the effect of innocence and childlikeness.